YouTube's good. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. You actually making me having to think now.
I ain't saying nothing either.
Oh.
You got me, G.
I ain't gonna lie, dog.
Scalpers, what's up?
You got me stumped on this one. Mason, have a seat, sir. The mascot is here.
Hey, neither one of y'all got nothing, huh?
Nothing.
Neither one of y'all are.
I'm not gonna lie.
I am disgusted.
I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm actually embarrassed to say that I'm stumped. I'm never stumped.
As soon as you say it, I'm be like, oh, how do you know?
I know the sample.
Amazing.
See.
Grand Pooper 2000. Hey, both of y'all, man. I'm disappointed.
You should be.
I'm out here with some young bucks.
You should be.
Man.
You should be. I ain't gonna lie, you should be disappointed because I am. Because I remember when they flipped this sample, I was like, "Oh, they did it right." Yeah. I remember saying that to myself, and fucking here we go.
Yeah, I'm never stumped.
The Grand Pooper album
totally
2000. Love this album.
Totally fucking stomp.
I had something different, and then I was listening to this on the way in. I was like, "Yep, we're gonna go with this."
Word.
We're gonna see what they do.
That's sweet. Man, we here. Shit.
Shout out to everybody on Facebook Live, the Scalpers.
It's hump day. Daddy duty in full effect right now. He got Scooby snacks over here. Thanks to Uncle Sam.
Literally Scooby snacks.
Literally. Straight up. Whole grain, graham crackers. But yeah, we here, man. Sports seasons are really kind of coming in a full swing collectively right now. Of course, baseball season is coming down the home stretch. See who's going to do what in each division. Football season is about to start everywhere. NBA teams are starting to kind of finalize some of the meat of their rosters for the most part. Pause. And but yeah, a little bit of movement in the NBA still.
Yeah.
So things are just steadily moving along in the sports world. One of the things I wanted to throw out there, and if anybody. And I don't have ESPN or anything up right now. What's the woman name that was actually offered a job to come and kick for a team?
Carly Lloyd.
Carly Lloyd. There we go. Yeah, professional soccer player, legend. Carly Lloyd. She declined it though. She said she don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But I thought that'd been pretty dope to at least see her suit up.
Well, yeah, it was just gonna be for a preseason thing.
Exactly. So
just to see, but it's like she kicked a 55-yard. Just kind of mess around in one of the Eagles practices.
Mason.
But it's a situation of that they gotta she was taking it off 5 steps to where if you kicking field goals, it's off a 2-step.
Oh.
So she'd have to learn that procedure of kicking.
That's a lot.
It's just more to see if she could do it.
That's a lot.
And of course, if she did in the preseason, of course they wouldn't rush her or nothing like that. It'd just be more seeing could she do it in an actual game.
And they definitely wouldn't let her, do the kickoff.
No. It'd just be strictly kicking the field goal or kicking extra points or something.
Yeah, because she don't want none of that action.
Nah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Nah. None of that. None of that. And I kind of was thinking about it yeah, this is only for points.
Yeah.
Plus,
that would be a terrible idea.
If he was gonna do it, it was gonna be this week because it's game 4. Don't nobody care about this week at all.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely. And if nothing else. I think it's how would I put it? I think it would have just been fun and interesting to watch, and it'd just have just something else to fuel and inspire women athletically.
Man, it'd have just been a story for the NFL. It'd have been one of them positive stories to give NFL a spin.
No doubt.
You piggybacking off the success of women's soccer from the World Cup, and you got that. It just gives you that little bump, that little that feel good story. Hey, to get more talk shows talking. Can it be done? Could
No, I don't, Cedric. My bad. My bad, man. Can't fuck messing with me on Facebook Live.
What'd he say?
He talking about my Lakers, man.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Wow.
Boy, Dwight. Dwight.
I think it can
I'm
be
not mad about it.
It can be a decent move.
I ain't mad about
it is a decent move. It really is.
Like if you
it's
look,
just funny.
Like I looked at something, and here's the last. I'm not counting the Washington year because he was hurt most of the year. But his year in Charlotte, and I think his last year in like Houston, he's putting up like 17 and 12.
Yeah, he really was.
He's not putting up bad numbers
at all.
You know, he get with the Lakers, and he give them 15 to 10. That is a massive pickup for them.
Well,
as a big man.
Well, first off, he ain't gonna put up anywhere near 15 and 10. I'm more expecting.
He definitely could.
No, well, he's not gonna do that because he's not gonna start.
No, but he can come off the bench and give you that.
No, he's not. But
this is the reason why I say he could. He can give you that because technically they don't have any big men except for him.
Well, him and JaVale McGee. That's it.
Like I said, him.
JaVale McGee was putting in work, especially last year.
Yeah, but okay. So think of it like this.
And he's more dependable, and he's going to play a lot longer than Dwight Howard's going to play.
But
that's Dwight Howard's problem is that he's only going to play like 40 games.
I don't call that a problem.
But not even half.
But
the
what
season?
I'm saying,
and we probably not gonna have you for the playoffs.
Not for these veteran minimums.
So you already counting on him getting hurt? Is what
for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
That's what I'm saying. If
when's the last time he's made it the entire season?
I think he played a full season in
them Houston days,
and at least more.
When was that?
I would dare to say he played more than 40 games.
That was like what 5 years ago?
Nah,
like 4,
3. Yeah.
That's the last time he played an entire season. I'm not counting on his body holding up. I'm expecting 12 points a game, 9 boards.
If you get 12 and 9 from Dwight
40 games
off the bench, that's a good thing.
For really 40 games, that's what I'm expecting.
I take that.
No, I'll take it.
And
I mean, because he's the best one that they had available. I mean, the only other person that was available was Joakim Noah, and we can't pick him up.
He ain't gonna play no games because he's gonna be high the whole time.
No, he can't play no games because he ain't gonna be on the same squad as LeBron. He hates LeBron. There's nobody who hates LeBron more than him. And so Mario Chalmers.
But think about it like this. Also,
he hates LeBron.
With somebody like Dwight Howard, you don't have to run plays for him. He gonna be your cleanup person.
Yeah, that's what he needs.
Clean up rebounds, blocking shots. That's what you want him to do.
And plus, I think I think they say he's lost a little bit of weight since last year.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I'm not mad at the pickup. We needed a backup center since Boogie Cousins, who got more pressing problems than basketball, since he got hurt. I feel bad for that dude. That left leg has betrayed him. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like this. If Dwight Howard, it ain't never the last few years, it ain't been ability. It's
availability.
That and his interaction with his team. Like his team don't like him.
Yeah, well he got that kind of personality.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not on the court a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's been getting hurt ever since he left for Orlando. Everything from his back to his shoulder. I mean, Dwight Howard has just been getting hurt just a lot. You know what I'm saying? And his availability, like I say, I'm expecting him to play 40 games max.
I give him 60.
Ooh, hey, I think that's being generous.
And I think 60 because I think some
B. Jones, what up?
Some of it may be that he just some coach DMPs that he just on some rest days or something.
That's what it's gonna have to be because, like I said, I don't trust his body to hold up. I mean, and if you're gonna try to get him through the season, you definitely gonna have to limit his minutes, put him on minutes restriction.
Yeah, that was gonna happen anyway. But
keep him they have him for the playoffs. That's another body that they can use. That's gonna be needed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, he's official now.
Yeah,
he's official. So
plus he's on a contract that's not guaranteed. Unless he's there after a certain date. So
that's motivation.
He got to be on this shit to show that I'm serious about this. And
I believe he wants to be.
I think in that environment he got some players around him that he gonna like I said, one, he got LeBron around him. They got a history from days with the East All-Stars and all of that. Plus it's just
he'll be all right.
Yeah,
it's not a horrible pickup. And like I said, from who was left. We needed a backup center, so I ain't mad at Dwight.
From who's left? That's a key point.
Yeah, from who's left.
A very key point, and that was what the front office saw. Like, listen, go ahead and call this man back. This is not gonna hurt us because he wasn't when he was there before. As we all know, he couldn't finish out. His health was still very questionable.
His body was
Orlando.
Betraying him, and plus, him and Kobe, that wasn't gonna work.
Nah.
So it's just in a better environment this go round. At the end of the day, so I like it. I'm excited to see it happen. We touched on the name Boogie, but we got to at least speak about the situation, the unfortunate situation that's now that he was duped into.
To all the
he was duped into that.
To all the listeners that don't know, DeMarcus Cousins, I think it was a couple of days ago, he got caught on a recording saying that he was going to put a bullet in the head of his child's mother, and now I think I don't know. I think the police are definitely involved, and he's definitely in some hot water over it.
Yeah, it sounded like it was argument over allowing their 7-year-old son to attend his wedding, and I guess shit went left from there.
And from the article that I read, I mean, this is not the first time he says something to that extent. This is not the first time, which is my guess why she recorded it.
Well, that's
because the mere fact that you're recording a conversation, that means that what that says to me is that you're trying to get him caught up. That's what that says to me.
That's what I mean entirely by the concept of he was duped into it. That's all I mean. Now I don't want to make no excuse on reacting that
or if this ain't the first time words like that have been spoken.
Exactly.
And it's like,
yeah, that's what the article that I read was saying, is that he has said something to that effect before, and they definitely gonna take that into account. He's done, man. He's done. Even before this situation,
he done.
He was done.
He ain't done.
I think he's done.
He ain't done, man.
His
body
hard.
won't let him. It's not about ability.
Yeah.
His body ain't letting him. His body ain't letting, and it's the same leg.
I know what you're saying. I just have more hope for him.
No, you can have a hope, but this is the thing though. Will the league have that faith in him? Because it's gonna.
He got one more shot. He got one more shot.
Achilles.
Yep, he got one more shot.
And he a big man in a league where the big man position that he plays is slowly being devalued.
Well, I mean, his skill set is to where it can play in this game because he can shoot. He can shoot a mid-range jumper. He can shoot a three. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can bring a traditional big man out of the paint. His skill set is to where that's not going to be a problem.
Right.
My cousin Cedric said, did Kobe the Lakers picking up softer white? Probably not. But he probably didn't have probably a lot of say in there. Ain't no telling what our front office though said. I ain't gonna lie to you because our owner listens to whoever.
Well, they said that when they interviewed him and had him come in for work, they pretty much the entire team was there minus LeBron working out during the workout and everything. They was pretty much the entire Lakers team, people in management were all there because they were sitting there talking to him. That's why the deal of it not being guaranteed and things of that nature.
Yeah,
this is coming from the entire team. So
yeah,
you got anything to add to that, Mace?
Mace over there struggling.
He got it.
But Boogie Man,
he about to mix. He had it on the one ear, hold up,
let
me check my levels.
But you say you think Boogie got one more shot?
I think he got one more. And it's got to be in Memphis or some shit.
Yeah,
I'm dead ass. It's got to be somewhere like that. We're gonna give him a shot.
So it's gonna be a bunch of deals of we'll give you 2.5.
Yep.
We'll see what you do.
It's gonna be on one of them Dwight non-guaranteed joints.
And how old is he?
30, 29, 30.
Damn, already, huh? One more.
Yeah,
he got one more shot.
Like I say, man, I just don't know if his body's gonna let him. It's not about ability because he, minus the injuries, as far as I'm concerned, he was the best big man in the league.
Ain't no doubt.
He was the best 5 in the league.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Number 2, probably number 2 behind with Joel Embiid.
Anthony Davis.
He's not really a 5, even though he plays the 5. Anthony Davis is really a 4. He's really a 4. He plays the 5.
He's today's
what it
5.
is. Nobody wants to say they're a 5. He like fucking Al Horford. Like, I don't really want to be a 5. Man, you're a 5, fam.
Shut up.
Just get on the court.
Shut your ass up. You a 5.
Yeah, Anthony
Relax.
Davis is a 5, man.
He's not really.
Anthony Davis 7'1", dog. You're 5.
He's not really a 5. He's really a 4. But on
2K maybe.
Oh shit. Yo,
He top 3 easy. He better than Karl Anthony Towns. He better than him. I'll take him over Karl Anthony.
Yeah, because Karl Anthony Towns ain't got the heart to be that.
Exactly. So
But Karl Anthony Towns be getting buckets though.
No. That's why I mentioned him. You know what I'm saying? Karl Anthony Towns is good, but DeMarcus Cousins is better than him healthy. Easy. To me. Who else?
I guess it's more on who can you count on more down the stretch. Who can you rely on? You can't really rely on Boogie. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You don't, because you don't know what Boogie you gonna get.
Skill set.
You have all the skills in the world, but if it don't translate on the court no more, if you don't take those skills and do something with them, game in and game out, to where I can just legit say that you are a dominant force, all the talent in the world is great, but if you ain't doing shit with it, or if you wasting it.
All right, but the things that you're talking about, you're talking about the antics, right?
Nah, not even that. Like, because he an emotional player, so the antics. That's the stuff that people get pissed off on like TV.
Because he hadn't really done. I'm finna say, if you're talking about the antics, he hadn't done that since Sacramento. He wasn't a problem with the Pelicans.
Nah,
he wasn't a problem with Golden State.
Nah, but
he had been humbled by then.
What I'm
saying
Golden State, it's kind of you kind of gotta be chill, because you trying to show that you can still play.
He hadn't done that in a while, is what I'm saying. He hadn't done that in a long time.
Yeah, but even sometimes Boogie get on the court, and you can forget Boogie on the court.
Yeah,
that's what I mean with that.
Or you can get him on the court, and he'll take over a game like he did in the finals.
He had a spurt of like 12 minutes.
Exactly.
And then after that spurt,
like I say, minus the injuries, Boogie, as far as I'm concerned, he's top 3 best big man in the league, easy.
You got one more chance before he take his ass overseas. You got one more.
See, if his body let him play overseas.
You got one more.
Once your body betray you, bro, it's you almost out of there.
Yeah, you got one more. But I feel everything y'all saying. I just look at it, like you said, from a skill set concept, and just he has a greater track record at being a professional than what he initially came in with. But time will tell, man. His health will tell the whole story at the end of the day.
Yeah,
because it also got to be where is he at mentally when he comes back? Because now you've lost 3 separate seasons to major injuries,
and it's cost you like 152
million. Yeah, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions of dollars, 150 to 200 millions of dollars. You can't miss what you ain't never had. Bullshit.
Yeah, it was right there.
Oh yeah, that whole theory is gone.
That's not the truth in this case.
That whole conversation is not even the thing anymore.
Yeah,
whoever get that money offered to them, man, even if you whisper that money at me, all right, fellas, I'm out.
You know what I'm saying? Him and Isaiah Thomas, I know they just sick.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because he lost out on that money.
Yep.
Isaiah,
I wouldn't have gave.
That's
Isaiah,
a different story. But
injuries what did it. But I would
injuries is what
going
did
into it. I wouldn't have gave Isaiah Thomas $30 million. But that's just me. We didn't have these arguments in me and my group.
No, they'd have been better off.
Because 5'8" is 5'8" at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but 5'8" scoring 30 a damn night.
5'8" is 5'8",
and y'all winning.
See, but
ain't no see, but those are the facts. Cause
here's the thing: you ain't that dude. And the reason why we know that you ain't that dude is because somebody always picks somebody else over you his entire career. All right, it didn't work out in Sacramento. Okay, nothing works out in Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? Especially this last decade after Bibby and them left. All right, you went over to what? Phoenix? And there was a point guard competition between you, Bledsoe, and Dragic.
And he was hitting like 20 a night.
Right. And they were just like, never mind. We'll go ahead and ship you off to Boston.
Well, and not to cut you off, you cannot throw any intelligence at Phoenix whatsoever.
All right.
That front office is ass wipe.
For sure. But they were like, we'll let you go. We'll take Dragic over you. All right. And then you get to Boston after having the best season of your career. The best season of your career. They're like, never mind. We'll go with Kyrie. We'll ship you over there.
Oh.
And then you get to Cleveland. We'll let you go. You'll go over there. And then the Lakers, who at the time we didn't have any kind of players, like, we'll let you go. Somebody's always picking somebody. Everybody else is always better than you.
But it ain't that they better. They just, I don't know what it is that he may not have been doing, but he damn sure. It wasn't like he wasn't producing. I'll put it that way. He produced everywhere he went. He got better and better. You could have thrown it out, rookie, and he 5'8", and this and that. All that on his
5'8" is 5'8" in a league
5'8"
in a
30 a night
in a league full of trees, and you a defensive liability. That's really what it is.
The league is full of defensive liabilities. We can't throw that at him either.
Bruh.
30 a night.
Like I said, all I said is I wasn't giving him $30 million.
But there was no negotiation on the table close to that. Because I guarantee you he'd have took 25.
But no, 25. But see what happened was going into his free agent year is when he got hurt. So he didn't
that's the whole problem. He
didn't get to the negotiating table.
That's why I know. That's why I say it ain't.
I don't
think
it's
not the same thing.
Boston would have been ready to throw him that 30 anyway. That's what he would have been based on the numbers.
Exactly, which is why they would with Kyrie. They would have been.
And then
after the best season of your career, after the best season that you've ever had in your career, we'll part ways with you pretty quick.
Yeah, man, go get Kyrie. I'll take Kyrie also.
It ain't nothing wrong with taking Kyrie due to the circumstances. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same token, why did they take? They had to take Kyrie because of the injury. Other than that. They was going to make without the injury, they was going to make an offer. We know this part. But it wasn't going to be 30. But he was worth more than fucking Reggie Jackson's contract, which was 20 a year.
We don't want to talk about that.
But it's a fact, cuz. My brother, you know this a fact.
I want to talk about Reggie Jackson. I ain't doing this.
Yeah. It's a fact of facts. What you think, Mace? Yes? See. So that's the part that's the absolute factual part. That's why I say 25.
He's not a bad player. Is not what I'm saying. It's just that like I say, 5'8" is 5'8", and that's what they looking at.
Right, 5'8" is 5'8", but 5'8" and 30 a night is a whole nother thing.
Yep.
But for the market, he might not have got 30, but I know he'd have got 25 and took that shit happily.
Yep.
He was damn sure worth more. At the end of the day, he was worth way more than fucking Reggie Jackson. Because that's the benchmark of bullshit point guard contracts.
They wasn't free agents at the same time. So.
Right. But we just knew what the market had done.
Plus it was.
And there was a lot of that too.
Man, look at Mike Conley.
Was he worth John Wall money?
Right now?
Oh, no.
No.
Absolutely not.
Was he worth John Wall money?
I don't even know what John Wall's contract was.
Not this new contract, John Wall money.
No. When he got the first 180, he wouldn't got 180, right? Like the first one.
I can't remember.
I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
He's definitely not worth his contract that John Wall got now.
What was Conley's? 200 or 180?
180.
Yep. He getting
was he worth Conley's?
I'm not paying him $30 million.
Was he worth Conley's?
The way his play said yes. His play said yes.
All right then. And what was that? What was Conley's? 5 years? 180?
Something like that. He had a.
How much is that a year?
Barrel, though.
Huh?
He had them bent over a barrel though.
I know. So there are factors we could throw into there, which would have brought it down, and then you you got to pay other guys, and you and it came out, and IT would have got about $160, and he'd have been smooth.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
That's what it came down to, and I'm respectfully speaking from all angles. But when it's all said and done, swirl back around to close out the boogie topic. that motherfucker is, his body's go tell the story, and just gotta fucking see, man. I've seen worse. We've seen guys that we've seen worse and with less technology.
You think anything gonna happen with the case? I think it's gonna make a difference. Like if you go to jail,
I don't think that shit's gonna happen at all. Because they go first and foremost, and this is and I say this from a standpoint of I'm gonna be real with you, having women in my fucking family baiting men when they know their temper might be fucked up in the most sensitive and vulnerable moment. Not giving any leeway to having a response of that effect, but it's almost like that man ain't laid a damn finger on you. You know he talking shit. Talking about I'm gonna put a bullet in your head. He ain't touched you.
Yeah.
Cause he'd have been out the league if he really, really wanted to touch you.
Yeah.
7-year-old son and he getting married. And this ain't the first conversation I'm sure they had about this.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know how many times or if he's had this relationship, from a verbal abusive standpoint with her before. He was real calm on that motherfucking phone to be threatened.
Nah, See, that's the thing. That's when you know somebody.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gotta get the ones who ain't gotta get live and get like that. I can talk to you normal. I'll put a bullet in your head. Them the ones you be like, you know what?
She knows she could get under his fucking skin, layers and layers and layers of his skin. And that's messed up.
But he got to know that
to him.
He got to know that.
He got to be smarter. No, that's an absolute fact. So that's why I said I ain't giving him no leeway on that whatsoever. You cannot fucking respond like that. But at the same, cause then at the end of the day, you just like a goofball. You know what I'm saying? It's like you wouldn't say that to no man. Why would you say that to her? Don't let her do you like that, man. And this ain't the first time I heard some guy run off and respond and be fully upset and call his son's mom or daughter's mom or wife or whatever the B word and the H word and just fly off the handle and this and that and this and that.
Volatile relationships between dudes and the mother of their children is not a new thing.
It's not a new thing. But it's also not new to keep your composure. And it's also not new to try to slander somebody and send the shit to fucking TMZ.
Yep.
You did that shit for money.
For sure.
Or to shame him. And that's fucked up too.
For sure.
For the most vulnerable moment in his life.
That's
fucked up.
And
man.
that's what you record somebody for.
Sorry,
for leverage. You did that for leverage. That's the only reason that you record a conversation. For
earmuffs. Earmuff, child. So yeah, when it's all said and done, man, that motherfucker. It's just crazy, man. I don't always have the best conversations as a dad with my son's mom, but at the same token, you still gotta be, if you're you gotta have a cooler head on both sides. She never done nothing to me like that. Never. She might have got upset and said some choice words, and then things come back around over a couple of days. It cools off. People apologize. We keep the party going for the sake of the most important part.
For sure.
The most important part in his life, next to, joining somebody in holy matrimony, is his child. 7 years. Man. And he obviously a real fucking father if he want them at the altar with him.
Unfortunately, women use children as pawns.
That's sick.
There are women out there that use children as pawns.
They are. I'm fortunate not to be in that type of predicament, but I've seen it, bro. It's ugly. It's nasty.
I've had a front row seat to it. It's ugly.
It's nasty.
It's ugly.
It's very nasty. What else y'all want to talk about while I get this kid adjusted over here?
All right. Staying on the Lakers, you see Kobe and Shaq.
Man, that's funny. They already been on Twitter like, man,
it's funny.
Yeah, it was a Twitter back and forth between both of them, and they both laughing about it because Shaq responded, and then Kobe responded to Shaq laughing because then he started clowning Dwight Howard.
Oh yeah.
So that's both of them. Plus, it ain't nothing that Kobe ain't said the entire time. The entire time that they've been retired, been in the game. Kobe has said the same thing. He used to say that. Like, if Shaq, the reason I got mad at Shaq is because Shaq didn't put enough effort. Shaq was like, man, I was too dope. I didn't need to put forth the effort. And that's where they always clashed at. Shaq was like, I ain't need to I'm top 10 player, and I didn't need to work And like you say, I if I could have worked.
And at the time, best player in the league, dominating, making rap albums and shit.
Pretty sure
You
my
know
son
what I'm
just took a
saying?
shit. I'm pretty positive about that. So,
okay.
You know,
I got one of them.
If you find a whiff of soil,
bro,
we're gonna tell you to go.
I got 2 of those.
Go hit that change table.
Don't worry, I got a change mat in this bag, bro.
Yeah, I got.
I
got 2 of those, bro.
That ain't change on this futon over
That's
here.
not a new condition.
You went to the bathroom.
You smelled it.
I have. I've been around that boy.
Ain't no change station in the men's room here.
We don't need a change station. That's why they got sinks.
Yeah,
he too big for them damn sinks, dog.
He damn near too big for the futon, but I mean,
he can stretch out. Oh,
but yeah, no, that's them going back and forth because Shaq came back and was like, man, had you passed the ball in the finals versus the Lakers, we'd have had 12.
But I still side with Kobe's concept in the reality sense. Like, Shaq conditioning was apparently not great.
Yeah. Everybody knows that though.
But
that was not a secret.
He's admitted that.
Shaq always said, I'm not getting healthy on my own time. I got hurt on your time. I'm going to rehab on your time. Shaq always said that. He was like, I didn't get hurt.
Extremely intelligent approach, I might add.
He's like, I got hurt.
Well, that shit is funny.
So I'm going to sit there and rehab while I'm playing.
That shit is hilarious.
I get it.
Oh, man. But the shot back is hilarious, too. Either way, legends being legends. They talk their shit.
Oh, yeah. And like I said, ooh.
In the meanwhile, I'm wondering, and this ain't got nothing to do with it per se. Oh, shit, Andre Ware sighting. Houston's finest. I'm wondering how good's Kobe daughter go be.
They say she cold.
Cause I'm seeing a lot more pictures come up on his Instagram page, and I'm like, she has his build. I'm like, yo, this kind of scary. She's slender, her shoulders broad. How she stand look like him when he was a kid. Like, if you ever seen pictures of him, like, just younger, dog, it's I think that's gonna be ill.
She cold blooded.
Yeah,
she got a really good AAU team, and he always there.
Yeah, he's like one of their coaches.
The boy done tripped and fell.
He was one. Yeah,
he's just fine.
He did say that he was one of the coaches.
Yeah,
but hey, it's funny to see these ball players, kids actually be good because that's not something you see.
It wasn't always the case like that.
No, for sure.
Because a lot of times I think their parents had maybe just only developed so much. Let's say like Pat Ewing's son didn't have the same size per se, but he was still a bigger kid ultimately. Played college ball. He'd ultimately been like more of a slasher if he played like during his dad's time. But I mean, his dad wasn't super athletic.
Because Jordan's kids were
Marcus Cabal though.
Yeah, his youngest son can hoop.
Marcus Cabal.
The other one.
Nah, he wasn't.
What was the oldest kid
Jeffrey.
name? Yeah, Jeffrey. Jeffrey was the one that just didn't have like the same intensity.
Yeah.
He wasn't terrible because he still could have played anywhere up in the Midwest somewhere.
He played at Illinois.
Yeah, he played at Illinois, but you could tell he ain't had no love for the game.
Some of that was, your dad is Jordan, so
look, dog, I'm pulling up to the game in the Benz no matter what.
That's how he got into the he got into the Jordan Classic. He wasn't like no top rated high school recruit like that, but your dad run the damn All-Star game. Yeah, we got a spot for you.
Yeah, how am I not gonna play in this?
Same thing for Deion Sanders' son. I mean, in the UA in the Under Armour All American game, Deion Sanders' son wasn't like that, but your dad, one of the biggest.
He's bothering. He's bothering Spider right now.
So you get in. So you get in, but whatever. Like I say,
you got kids like Bronny.
Those are totally different stories. Those are totally different stories.
Dwayne Wade's son.
Again, even Melo's son gonna be good at some level. Yeah. He working with him right now, so it's gonna be.
I think a lot of it is also now with AAU is so much bigger now than when Jordan kids were kind of coming up in it.
Yeah, it exploded a little after
training, things of
just
that
after that exploded.
Plus, it's a different dynamic of that's how we laugh about the league, and now it's buddy, blah blah blah, but now you see Jordan, Dwayne Wade kids, LeBron kids, they playing in the same team, going to the same high school. like I'm pretty sure Jordan kids wasn't out there just posted up with, you know, that relationship wasn't there to where you seen Jordan kids out there like that.
Nah, not like that. Nah, like you said, training changes. You know, influences change from a prep standpoint. It's a lot of stuff that changes with it. But either way, you know, we've seen some brighter sides of it where you have what's Gerald Wilkins' son?
Damian Wilkins.
Damian Wilkins turned out to be on the brighter side of those, you know, branches of
so
family
think about it like
hoopers.
this, though. So think about the pressure, which I want to see how Bronny handles it coming up.
Yeah,
but
it's different.
you know, he's going to be a different player than his pop. But like, so Damian Wilkins, he went to North Carolina State, and okay, my dad played in the NBA. My uncle is a Hall of Famer from the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's coming up, it's just, okay, he a hooper, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure ain't there to be, you come from the greatest, you got to be the greatest.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's true. I just don't want to – I like to leave most of the aspects kind of like middle ground because, I mean, we talking about –
Well, you know, but that mental part is a lot because, so like, I would, man, coming up playing
but
basketball.
you just primarily speaking of Bronny by itself.
No, like coming up being Jordan kids, I'd have hated being Jeffrey more than Marcus because Marcus, you got to see your brother go through it and kind of navigate it. But think about it like this: when you know that if you know that you ain't super nice and your dad the greatest of all time, anytime you get on the court, the pressure is on you to get out there and do something, and you looking like fam.
You realize you really play like Reggie Theus. That'd be the real problem.
See.
That's Reggie, baby. That's Reggie Theus' son. You're not gonna say that. I had that card. Played in Chicago at the same time, and then he mysteriously gets traded.
Reggie Theus had game back in the day.
Reggie Theus, he sure did have game.
I mean, even Jordan
just
said,
about a pull-out game.
Even Jordan said in his Hall of Fame speech, he said, "I would not want to be y'all."
Yeah, with Jordan, a whole ill-ass dude for his Hall of Fame speech. He an ill one, dog.
Folks gave him hell about that Hall of Fame speech, and I'm like, what did y'all expect?
It's almost like they just now, knowing who Jordan is.
There was
nothing about that speech that was
surprised me. You like,
because
sounds like Jordan to me.
At least I put it like this: ESPN came around at the right time for us, and that way we can kind of hear a little bit more insight from some anonymous tips from those bigger markets, especially of stories of, in particular, Jordan in practice slapping folks in the face.
Oh yeah.
Even if he only did it once, he ain't never had to do it again.
He did it to Will Perdue and he did it to Steve Kerr.
Oh,
and I think he tried to fire on Cartwright, but Cartwright.
Cartwright wasn't having it. Him and that coleslaw beard. No.
Oh no. Will Perdue was trying to get back with him, but the team wasn't
I believe
there.
it. Nah, yeah, I do remember hearing that part. But either way, and I'm sure Steve Kerr wasn't ultimately no punk about it, but at the same time, I just put it like this, thank goodness for, growing up in that era of getting inside.
Oh yeah, social
stuff.
media was back then. That,
that was as social as it got. That was it.
Punching Steve Kerr in the face. What did Steve Kerr do to punch you in the face?
Probably just kept missing open shots.
Or he was out there giving Jordan some work.
Hey. Probably.
He was out there giving Jordan
8 threes.
Giving Jordan some work. He was in there like
lighting his ass up.
He was like Damon Wayans on the Great White Hype. You trying to embarrass me on TV? That's how you know. I gotta let this. Nah, we gotta get this fixed. No, fam.
My God. That's funny as hell. What else we got going on, man?
Move to football.
Yeah, ain't nothing going else. Only other thing in basketball is the USA team. Did
they finalize it?
Yeah, they on their FIBA run. Excuse me. Kyle Kuzma was the last cut, but that's only because he hurt. So, they lost their first game They lost a game against Australia. Patty Mills was giving them work, but then they came back and beat Canada yesterday.
Oh, okay. But yeah, they're still working the kinks out, so I ain't really worried about this team.
Yeah.
And it's just really gonna be the setup of a lot of the nucleus for the straight up Olympic team too. A lot of those guys are gonna play.
No, they're not. Half.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Okay, I didn't even say, hey, what you doing?
I mean, you gonna go in there and bother the spider a little bit.
Come here, Mace.
That wasn't me.
Go pull on his beard. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a lot, considering that a lot of them guys wouldn't have never got.
He trying to climb up on the table.
considering that a lot of guys wouldn't have got no invite anyway.
Yeah.
So
Boys dropping like flies off that team.
yeah, I mean, and especially like with a Kuzma, yeah, dog, you go ahead and get ready for the season. Don't even worry about that.
Yeah, he got
Oh,
hurt.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, damn, don't even.
But
worry
no,
about that.
that was it on basketball. Just we'll keep track on that to see what they do.
And then football, man. You wanted to throw out something, old AB, always bipolar.
Oh God.
What are you doing? Come here.
You lining up to you getting your stance on the wide receiver
yeah,
line?
he's about to play wide out real quick. He heard the word football. He got ready. Yeah.
All I saw was false starts.
Yeah, pretty much. That's funny as hell.
Antonio Brown did file a second grievance with the NFL on that helmet issue.
Grievance denied.
Dumbass. It's starting to get embarrassing.
Well, no, but you know what? It worked to his favor because now he got custom helmet places giving him sponsorship deals to wear their custom helmet, for him. And so now he'll get a new helmet that he probably likes and get paid for it.
Yeah, it's still a shit show.
It's the Raiders.
Cowherd came up with something that was interesting. Do you think that he's raising all his hell about this helmet to cover up the fact that foot ain't ready?
Or he just ain't feel like doing
it's
being
a thought.
in
But they said he practicing, at full speed. So I can't really say that. Because even a week maybe after the foot story, they start talking about him, running drills, pretty much. And, from what I could tell, I don't see the foot being an issue per se, but he just being a total dick. That's the problem. He's being a total disruption.
He's made his way to like he's like the second biggest diva of all time as far as I'm concerned at this point.
Behind who? Terrell Owens?
Terrell Owens, he's the reigning champ of that.
Yeah, but I mean, he a wide receiver, so that's what they are.
And you know what else is funny to me? Out of all of this, he's always got something to say. Meanwhile, his former organization is moving along. Ain't shit going on. Everything's normal.
Yep,
that's what you should do.
That's what you should do.
Why speak on the man who ain't on your squad no more? It ain't no reason to.
But in the scheme
Dallas
of it all,
did it all the time with Dez Bryant.
Didn't they though?
They did it all the time.
But in the scheme of it all the heat goes. Pittsburgh so stupid. They let two of their best players ever go. Nah. They let themselves go. When the motherfucker tell you they want to be gone, they go.
Man, my stance really dropped on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I really changed my stance on that. I don't think that we'll be a better team as far as on the field, but we'll definitely have a more peaceful locker room.
The standards of the squad are gonna be more intact. Ben know what the fuck he did wrong, and that organization know what the hell going on inside of it. They got their depth chart together. They know who playing. Everything is business as usual.
Yeah,
we knew what it was gonna be, and we got a couple of good pieces from the draft. And the defense. I would say the defense is better because some younger guys got older. I think everything could be fine. Ben don't necessarily look older. As long as he stay protected, he fine. And we good. He's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's still top 5.
Bro, he led the league in passing last year.
He's still top 5. Simp, he top 5. He going through his head.
Mm-hmm.
What?
He's 6.
6? I'll take 6.
7.
I'll take 6.
So
6 or 7.
Who are the 5 that who are the 6 that you put in front of him?
Brady, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes.
Nope. Do it again. 1 year.
I'm just going off last year. I'm basing this off last year. That's all I'm basing it on. Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and
so aggressive.
Him and Drew Brees kind of they neck and neck.
Okay.
So
like I say, between 5 and 7.
hey, like I said, we cool because we can't replace him with nobody ahead of him. So
Nah,
hey,
The QB pool is mad limited.
for sure. Like I said,
is.
he's top 5 to me. He's underrated because when people talk about the top QBs in the league, they don't talk about Ben Roethlisberger. They talk about the same few. You know what I'm saying? I think he's underrated.
That's also because half people hate him.
Bless you. Yeah, a lot of people hate him.
Yeah.
And they don't have any reason why besides a non-verdict of a rape trial. That's why they hate him. That's why they hate him. They hate him for being not guilty.
They're kidnapping the pootie.
And they got him not guilty of that. So
Ben be out there kidnapping the pootie.
so that's why people hate him.
Yep.
The worst statement that anybody ever says about him is what he said. Well, is that, and then the next statement after that is, well, what about what he said about AB and the fact that one other game he threw a lot of picks? Okay, he's a quarterback. I'm pretty sure that's not the first time any of that happened, dog. But
right. Quarterbacks throw picks. That's kind of what happened.
You know, so rest of it being what it is, I'm cool. I'm happy with my fucking quarterback, and as long as he stay healthy and stay protected, he can play. He got a few more years in him, as long as he stay protected. Now, I'm interested to see how this depth chart plays out overall over the next year between Rudolph and Dobbs.
Oh yeah,
because we got to have a successor regardless. We got it.
Yeah, it's called he gonna be in the draft in a couple years. That's what your successor gonna be.
Yeah.
So
because I don't think it's gonna be.
It
Dobbs.
ain't gonna be either one of them.
I don't think it's gonna be Dobbs.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be Dobbs, but I still want to see what Rudolph got in some ways.
Yeah,
that's my whole.
You've
thing.
been seeing it in the preseason.
Nah. I want to see him in a couple of game moments. Hey, just a couple. Maybe some garbage time during the blowout. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in the last 3 games, if we already won, we already got 11 in and we got the division or some old shit like that.
Right.
I want to see him in a couple of those moments because we gotta get to that at the end of the day. So, but yeah,
and
AB gone, get up out of here. Le'Veon been a little more quiet on his end now. But
it ain't nothing to talk about.
I
ain't played for y'all all season last year, so the storyline of.
But no, not towards the Steelers.
Yeah.
I'm speaking just an overall because shit
ain't nothing to talk about. I got a whole year to make up. I got to come out here and show.
Yeah,
I don't have nothing on film from last year, so I can't be out here running my mouth like I'm still the GOAT when. No, I might not have it. He better have it because I drafted him in my damn fantasy.
Good luck with that because that line about to be ass.
Hey, I'll tell you who's gonna have a tough year this year, and this is just my take. May be wrong, but I don't think I'm gonna be. I think whoever pick up Saquon Barkley this year is gonna be disappointed.
Nah.
I think you're gonna be disappointed, and the reason why I think you're gonna be disappointed is because. First off, your number 1 wide receiver is gone for 4 games. Your number 2 wide receiver got a broke thumb. Your number 3 wide receiver is out for the year with a torn ACL. It's Eli.
Who tore the ACL?
What's the last name? Coleman.
Oh, well, Corey Coleman.
Yeah.
Oh well, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Really relying on him for much anyway.
The only thing you got is Evan Ingram, who's a good tight end, but he injury prone. And there's nobody that you have to double on that team. You don't have to double anybody on that team. I'd load up 8 in the box and punish him all game.
Yeah, he gonna have
Eli. I'm gonna make you. You gonna have to throw 4 touchdowns a game.
He gonna be highly upset by week 6.
I would punish him all game. I'd load up 8 in the box. I ain't scared of none of their receivers.
Nope,
I ain't scared of none of them.
Not a single one.
And like I said, it ain't about ability. He gonna have to be. You gonna have to be Barry Sanders.
Well, and from what you speaking of, just from a scheme perspective, that's just pro football.
Exactly.
That's just it. It ain't got nothing. Ain't nothing against nobody, but y'all don't have a dog.
Exactly.
So I mean, I'm sorry. This ain't. I mean, and Tate nice, but Tate nice as that next option guy.
Right.
He's nicest.
He's not a number 1,
or at least have another threat.
He can get open though. You know what I'm saying? It's not any, like I said, it's not anything against him. But even with him and Sterling Shepard on the field, that's not anybody that
you're not worried about one or the other as much.
Now
I put it like that. I mean,
and their defense is depleted. Their defense is depleted. They got rid of everybody. You got rid of Snacks Harrison last year. You got rid of Landon Collins, who's over in Washington. You know what I'm saying? You got rid of all your guys. You're in rebuild mode, so you liable to be on the field more than you need to be.
They did get rid of every fucking body.
They got rid of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Through the secondary, even they get rid of Eli Apple.
I think he's in New Orleans.
Yeah,
he got traded last year though.
Exactly,
but even still,
like
JPP
I'm saying,
in Tampa, I think
JPP is in Tampa. They got rid of everybody. Snacks Harrison up there with y'all.
This is the definition of rebuild.
Exactly. So I just think it's gonna be a tough year for that dude. Like I said, just from a scheme perspective, because you're not getting any help from your defense getting the other team off the field. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And your receivers aren't there. They load up 8 in the box and punish you.
It's gonna be
all game long.
Tough.
So that's why
it's gonna be. And that New York media is relentless. They go get some info out of all that.
Yeah,
we'll find out more information about.
It's not gonna even be his fault though.
It's not. It's just gonna be football.
They're gonna shoot him bell and be like, "Look, your team ain't nothing." Blah blah blah. You running against this.
I think that you can make they probably better in Washington. They better in Washington.
They should be. They both should be trash actually.
Yeah.
So it's a competition of who can be the most.
This would be the trashiest of the trash.
Yeah.
Shady McCoy. Now,
what happened to Shady? I be forgetting he playing up there in Buffalo.
That's the problem.
I be forgetting he playing.
Something got to get figured out with this man. His points, his yards per carry done dropped from 5 to 3 and some change.
Yikes!
He played for Buffalo.
What
do you expect?
But does he find a new life somewhere at some point? Because this is one of the scariest.
If they could get him on the cheap, possibly.
Isn't he?
It's gonna be on the cheap. They replacing him with Frank Gore.
I'm finna say Gore.
Yeah, but when they call Frank Gore, your ass gone like dog. And Frank Gore don't mind. He just go do his thing. Frank Gore gonna put up 600-800 yards on you, and he gonna get a check, dog.
Frank Gore needs to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He should be.
Yeah.
He won't be, but he should be.
He should. I don't see a reason to keep him out.
And his son playing college ball too?
Wouldn't doubt it. See, this is the reason I'm gonna say why he won't be is just because how the league is, and while he had he didn't have dominant years. He's just consistent. Know who he is? Curtis Martin.
He's gonna finish at the number 3 rusher all time.
Yeah,
that's where he's gonna finish.
And people gonna be looking at it like, damn.
He will be a trivia question that people will get wrong.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
He's gonna be a trivia question that a lot of people will get wrong.
You had to watch football for about 15 straight years.
Exactly. Ain't never been in no trouble. Ain't no locker room cancer. Went out there, put in work. Obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Them Indy days.
He should be a.
What was his best days? Indy.
49ers.
San Fran.
Oh,
he was toting that rock in San Fran. He was toting it.
Yeah,
he was toting it,
and still been giving you like 800 a season.
Hey, and you know
thousands in San Francisco.
What's amazing about that is that he obviously has never had any super serious injuries.
I got a Frank Gore fan apparently.
Right, Mace. I got it.
If you play like Frank Gore, Mace, I'll be a pretty happy dad. I don't see no signs of CTE in him or nothing.
I'm with Frank Gore because he a Hurricane. I'm a Miami Hurricane fan,
There you go.
So I'm with
next.
Frank.
Shit, yeah, they had that first.
We don't have to go to that next.
No, we can go to that next.
No, we good.
No.
We still in the NFL.
Shit,
ain't too much else going on in the NFL.
And Andrew Luck.
Yeah, true. You
Luck.
sure didn't know how to pop the umbrella on us on that one.
Oh no, I was at my homeboy wedding. We was sitting there watching the Miami Florida game in the reception when they flashed on the phone. We all got to look. Oh shit!
Right. Like whoa, yeah, that's crazy, Mason.
Yeah.
Wow.
Andrew Luck. 29 years old. Decided no mas. He said no mas.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him either.
Any logical person don't blame him. Any person with a fucking brain doesn't blame him.
I don't blame him. I think the timing is bad. 2 weeks before before kickoff, I think the timing is bad team wise. But I mean, if you're not mentally there, you thinking about getting hurt, then you're gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's hard on these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Rehab, surgery, surgery, rehab, surgery, rehab, surgery, rehab. I mean, he's saying that it's taking a toll on his body, it's taking a toll on his brain, and he just doesn't feel like he got anything left to give. He don't want to go through it no more.
Right.
Only thing I'm gonna say before I take this young monster downstairs real quick is, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, we know, they had some shitty fans booed at the game. We know that the mental and the physical toll. We also know, as a QB, he's still young enough to maybe take a year or two off and say, man, I feel like a new man. Let me give this a shot.
And they let him keep a lot of that bread. I don't know how much of it. I don't know.
I think it was about 25.
Yeah, that's dope.
I think it was about 25. So
I think you're gonna see I don't think that's gonna be the last time we're gonna see this.
I don't think so either. I just need to take it. He just need to take real time away.
Well, first off, it's not the first time we've seen somebody retire in their prime.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Barry retired when he was like 30.
Barry, Calvin,
10 years. Yeah, Patrick Willis at 8 years. BJ Raji, that played for the Packers, he had took a year off and he just ain't came back. Not that I know of. I don't think BJ Raji.
Young Raji, what was he? That was a D tackle. But man, hey, on the cool, I don't think, especially with the money that they're
the money is different now. So now you get in and you get your couple M's guaranteed, to where before it was, I need to work and stack all of this up.
But I think you're gonna see a whole lot more of this in the league. These dudes, man, football, it's a hard sport.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard sport. It's taking a toll on your body. And you getting all these millions of dollars. You just like, man, hey, I'm out.
Yeah, for what? Yeah, BJ Raji retired after the 2015 season. He was taking a year off, and then he just ain't never come back.
Yep.
Because he was hurt the year before. He was hurt in 2014. Then he came back and played in 2015. And then he took a year off, and it was like, nah, fam, I'm good. So.
Yeah. Is it it's not his shoulder now, is it? It's calf. It's his calf.
Man, he probably got so many injuries. Because even though he played last year, he was coming back off the year being out. And I'm pretty sure that he was still nursing injuries, because it's football, so you just always nursing injuries is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
but like I say, I don't blame him whatsoever for retiring. At a young age, while you still got your faculties, you got like I said, this rehab is just hard on these boys, man, and I think you're gonna see a new trend.
Yeah. Like I say, gone are the days where you trying to where you're fighting to stay in the league.
Yeah,
because that's what players did. You fighted to stay in the league as long as you wanted to stay in the league as long as you possibly could. Now, dudes is getting in, doing what they got to do, getting out. So I was looking at one thing. They were talking about like records in the NFL. They were like, what's the safest record? Probably the rushing record. Because you will never see a running back play enough years to get it. And and they devalue the running back position.
And what's crazy is that the timing of his retirement, like he finally got a defense. He finally got a solid defense. He finally got a solid O-line. He finally got a okay to decent run game. You know what I'm saying? And like last season, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely competitive in your division. You're the top 2 team in your division, making a run at the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? You finally got probably the best team that you've ever played on. You know what I'm saying? And you retire at this time. Like I said, that's why I say the timing is just super odd for this type thing.
He was like, "Hey man, I'm out, dog. Hit the deuces."
Let me ask you a question. What are you expecting from Cam? Because there's been a lot of talk about Cam gonna do this. I'm not expecting a lot. What are you expecting from Cam?
I don't think he's ever going to be back to his Hall of Fame season. I mean, not Hall of Fame, his MVP season. I mean, he ain't gonna suck or nothing, but I mean, he has to play with a different throwing motion. He's gonna have to change his game because he deals with so many injuries. But for certain players, when you try to change your game, does your game translate to the new way you're trying to play, or are you concentrating so much on changing that you're not being effective? So, like they said, he's changed his throwing motion, and like I said, I saw him. Shit, actually, the game I watched was the game he got hurt in preseason of Cam. So, but
I think it's gonna be tough.
I think he got more weapons now, so that may help him.
I mean,
he don't have to feel like he has to take it all on his own.
He has DJ Moore on the outside. He got Christian McCaffrey at the running back. Who else is over there? Yeah, he is.
I mean, he still got Greg Olsen, but he's old.
Old head Greg Olsen.
Yeah. Hey man,
they got. Oh no, he's good. You know what I'm saying? But
I think Phil might be out at the door.
Oh, got to go get that boy. But yeah, Cam, man. Like I said, I'm not expecting a whole lot. I think it's gonna be tough for him, especially in his division. You got the Falcons that's still topping that division. You got New Orleans is still gonna be topping that division.
See what Tampa Bay gonna do.
Bruce Arians is gonna try to have Jameis air it out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's gonna be hard for him to get out of his division alive.
That's what I want to see what's gonna happen this year, because he playing for his. I think Jameis playing for his career.
I think it's over. I think it's over for Jameis, but you know,
I don't think it's over. But I think.
Yeah, I mean, he can still play in the league, but as far as
what you kind of projected him to possibly be,
yeah, I think that's over.
Yeah, but if somebody can unlock,
he can be serviceable.
It's Bruce Arians. If it's a coach that can unlock it and who like makes quarterbacks better, it's Arians. But you got to see, you know, if Jameis will take the next step. Like, who's taking a step back is like Marcus Mariota. Remember when they first came in, it was the whole Jameis versus Mariota thing. And Mariota's been solid, but I think you've just kind of seen what the ceiling on Mariota is.
No,
Mariota is just going to be a solid quarterback that will be a starter for a mediocre to bad team, but won't
which is what
be the quarter.
But here's the thing, and that's exactly what the Titans have been. I mean, with the exception of Delaney Walker, I'm not giving him an excuse, but it's not like the Titans have just surrounded him, you know, with a whole bunch of weapons in order for him to do the shit.
Right. Yeah. That's
you know what I'm saying? He hadn't had any really dope wide receivers. Who's the running back now? You got Derrick Henry, and who else over there?
I don't know.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's had the most to work with. And Tampa Bay has been a fair to middling team, you know, for a very long time now.
But some of that is on Jameis, that they've been fair to middling, because Jameis get out there and
Marcus Mariota.
I'm saying about Tampa Bay, like in contrast to Tennessee.
Yeah.
You know, Tampa Bay, Jameis get out there and he get interception happy, or you know, he start trying to throw that bitch and be like, dog, you ain't hit target yet.
Yeah.
But you know, those are, like I say, those are the two quarterbacks that are coming up.
And you got Mike Evans over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Mike Evans is a stud. Mario ain't had anywhere near anybody to throw to anywhere near the level of Mike Evans.
The main part about it, that's what makes it a good QB, not even necessarily a great one, is like, yeah, I got Mike Evans. Let him go ahead and get that double. And I'm going to pick your ass apart with these other three guys.
Yeah.
That's just
they got a running game, though.
And that's the problem.
They had Doug Martin, who had that really good season that one time,
and then he fell all the
That's pretty much the same
way
thing
off.
with like a Matt Stafford. That's the same type of shit. No consistent running game.
Well, no, but see, the thing is, Stafford never had a running game. He had a running game.
Jive at best, and maybe Kevin Jones for half a season.
So
he kept getting his head knocked off.
Yeah, Kevin Jones had like one good year. Javid Best would have actually been dope if he wouldn't have had all those concussions. Javid Best, he would have been because when he played, he was out there giving people the business,
wide open,
which was why people got hyped when Reggie Bush had that resurgent year when he played for Detroit.
Right,
Reggie Bush came in. He was the last Lions running back to have 1,000 yards.
I'm about to say, he had 1,000,
and Reggie Bush went off catching the ball, running the ball. He gave them a third or fourth option behind Calvin. Then you had whoever their second receiver was at the time. It might have been Marvin Jones' first year in Detroit.
Probably.
But you had it wasn't Golden Tate? No, it was Golden Tate. That's what I'm saying. I'm tripping. It was Golden Tate. And then you had Reggie. So you had to respect the run.
Yeah.
Most years of playing the Lions, I don't have to respect the run because we know that y'all not gonna run it because the O-line trash and your running backs ain't about nothing.
But even if the O-line is subpar, you at least know, well, shit, I got another running back. I could check that boy down to him. He gone.
Yeah. So
see, but and this is my point about Marcus Mariota. Look at the names that you're talking about. We're talking about Mike Evans. We're talking about Mike Evans with Jameis Winston. We're talking about Calvin Johnson and Golden Tate and Reggie Bush and Javid Best with the Detroit Lions with Matt Stafford.
Well,
Marcus Mariota ain't never had none of that, bro. He's never had any of that.
Nah,
his whole time in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the NFL, you gotta surround QBs with talent.
Yeah,
you gotta surround them with talent. And so I just don't think that the fact that he's been marginal is all his fault.
No, normally it's not. But I mean, you're the quarterback, so you're gonna get the blame. I mean,
yeah,
it's like. Think about with Derek Carr. When Derek Carr first got drafted,
he had the worst O-line in the history
Derek Carr
of
used to be
football.
out there getting assassinated on the field, fam. He was like, in
the history of football,
I ain't even for this. I'm good.
I remember.
I'm good.
I remember. I looked it up. He got sacked 72 times that year.
That is
72.
crazy, bro.
Your QB, as soon as he sees somebody come past the line, he's scared. He was shot after that.
Because it happened so.
He was shot after that.
Yeah.
And you came in starting from day one. Yeah, dog. Day one, I'm blasting you. Yeah, you gun shy.
Yeah.
And he stayed that way.
Yep.
It was over.
Well, they never put nobody in front of him to even give him any kind of hope that we can. And he started playing okay, but by the time he started playing okay, it's like we about to go in a different direction.
Exactly.
We've invested all of this time in you, and you just now getting okay. So
he didn't get the benefit of the Andre.
Nah.
The Andre Johnson. He didn't get that benefit. Not for long.
Nah. Nope, he didn't. Because right after he when it would have kind of happened, they went on and got Matt Schaub.
Exactly.
Because they were everybody was like, Matt Schaub.
They got him from Atlanta.
Yep, he backing up Vic, and people was pissed when they traded Matt Schaub from Atlanta. But Matt Schaub wasn't gonna get no run, and you couldn't pay him. I mean, that's the league. That's the league dynamic. If you got a good backup, great. You're not gonna. But if he's an actual good backup, you're not gonna hold him long because you're not gonna be able to afford him and your starter. So
the QB position is still at a premium.
Yeah,
as many good QBs as there is, there's still a need for them.
Well,
it's still a need.
No, the problem is that, like I say, there's not 32 good starting quarterbacks.
Exactly.
Right. So when people be like, "Man, why they get this quarterback all this money?" Because you don't have a choice.
You don't have a fucking choice.
If you don't. Like you can play the game, but we just gonna draft a quarterback ever so many years in the draft.
It kind of looks crazy to give Jimmy Garoppolo 100 and something million off of that 7-game small sample size,
right?
But
yeah, I mean,
fuck else was you gonna do?
Belichick did his homeboy a solid. Gave him Jimmy Garoppolo for what, a second?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He did his boy a solid.
So. With that being, I mean, I don't know if y'all talked a little bit about it already. What are they gonna do here then? Did y'all speak about that at all?
Dak still going. You talking about with
you talking
Zeke?
about with Dak and Zeke?
Yeah.
Zach gonna eventually
Dak
get his
is
money,
gonna play,
but he ain't sitting out. So And Cooper ain't sitting out. Only one that's sitting out is Zeke. And Zeke will eventually on the table right now. They said there's an offer of 14-4 a year, but you don't know any of the other parameters. So you don't know what the guarantee is or nothing like that.
Right.
All it is, you just know that he ain't taking it.
The last time I heard, they were saying they're trying to make him the second highest paid football running back behind Todd Gurley. And I know that right now they're kind of regretting that Todd Gurley contract.
Hell yeah.
But the only reason I think the only reason is because he hurt.
That's enough reason to regret it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you can't control that.
Nope.
You can't control injuries.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta ride with that. I mean, when he was hurling and you gave it to him, you all right with it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a collision sport, and he plays that position. You can't be upset by giving him that money just because he got hurt. I mean, you can.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're gonna be upset.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, but that doesn't mean the contract was bad. Would it be bad if he was healthy? You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
And I think Zeke wants to be the highest paid running back. I don't blame him. I think for the last 3 years, he has a very solid argument that he is the best running back in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very solid argument. So, I mean, and if he hadn't he led the league, twice in the last 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
And minus those 6 games, he probably would have done it 3 years in a row.
Yep.
So,
hands down.
I mean, it's hard for me to be mad at it.
How do you not pay the best running back in the league that wants to be here?
It's hard for me to be mad at it.
How do you not be mad at it?
Well, no, that would say that they not trying to pay him. What it is, you ain't trying to just give him what he. It's a negotiation. So we about to play this game of
Right.
I've offered this, which makes you fucking highly paid. You just want the recognition to being the highest paid.
And Jerry keep trying to play this whole, hey, I stood behind you when and Zeke don't give a damn about none of that. He don't care about none of that.
He don't, but Jerry,
he
Jerry
does,
do that
but
for his guys. Jerry do that.
He does care, but he's just like, I ain't mad at these players. I ain't mad at none of these running backs because all they're gonna do is run you into the ground. Then when it's time to pay you, you got a lot of wear and tear. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they do to that position.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I can't be mad at any of these football players trying to get their money.
Get your bread.
Yeah, and yeah,
that's
that's
kind of what I didn't like about the Le'Veon Bell situation. You had a bunch of dudes on our team, and that's my squad. You got a bunch of dudes that were on our team, especially on the O-line, who already had their money, who talking down on this dude because he's trying to get his. You got your check. You got your contract. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about talking down.
They were talking down. They were talking down. There was a couple of dudes, and it was mostly on the offensive line.
I think it came because I guess it was a conversation of him getting ready to come back, and they were like, okay, and then he kind of like stepped back from that, and it was more like, fam, we've been talking, it's under the assumption or the speculation that we've had this discussion. Hey, yeah, you're coming back by this week. So, we ready. And then I think that's what kind of sparked it. But
he did that like 2 or 3 times that season.
Look, dog, it's contracts.
But not, like I said,
your money.
They were just like, oh, you got a team over here, loyalty to the team. Man, didn't nobody ask you to take an L. When they gave you your contract, nobody asked you to take an L.
They not getting his money, though.
You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of his production.
He wanted to be paid like a wide receiver.
That was
his.
That
thing.
was the negotiation.
He wanted to be paid like a wide receiver because he was like, I get this many receiving yards, and they're like, you're a running back, So, and that's where a lot of that comes from.
Now,
but that's the same thing.
I don't agree with that. But what I did think was bullshit is how the Saints did Jimmy Graham. You're gonna line him up at wide receiver.
That was the example I was just about to give.
You line him up at wide receiver 90% of the time, and he put in work.
Yeah.
And he put in work. Now it's time to pay him, and you just like, oh well, I can't give you wide receiver money.
I'm paying you like the number 1 tight end.
You're a tight end, but you line him up at wide receiver 90% of the time, not 50, not 40. You 90% of the time. He is a receiver.
That's the same.
And then you pull that shit come time to pay him? Nah, bro. That's why I'm not mad at these dudes.
But you know what?
I'm not mad at them.
Ever since Jimmy Graham left the Saints, he ain't really did shit.
Well, number one. No. I mean, he went to Seattle And
then he played in Green Bay.
Russell Wilson, he's a good quarterback, but he's not Drew Brees.
Well, that's because it's a whole different offense.
Exactly.
But
so they wanted him to block. He didn't want to block because he's a receiver.
No, you're a big ass tight end. Get your ass on the line and kick that end out, boy.
He don't want to block. He want to catch.
Okay.
That's what he wants to do.
Hey, man.
And they want his big athletic ass to catch too.
But we need your big athletic ass to block also.
Yeah, they didn't. No, that ain't what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Then we had a stalemate.
So
that's what I'm saying. It's for reasons just like that, in situations just like that.
Should he have left there? And just instead of just
hey, they traded him. And
I'm pretty sure if he kept that tight end money, he'd have been fine. But
or another example, DeMarco Murray. Hey, let's give him the ball 392 times and run his ass into the ground.
He got
what I'm saying?
He wasn't got to check for it though.
No, he didn't. When it's time to pay him, he was like, "We ain't gonna pay you."
No, he didn't get it here, but he went and got it though.
He got a little bit of money from Tennessee.
Exactly.
But these teams teams use you up,
that's the position,
and
man.
then make up excuses when it's time to pay you. You know what I'm saying? So now these dudes is like, nah, fuck that.
The only difference I say still with the Le'Veon piece, and I'm not mad at Pittsburgh renegotiating based on the concept of, look, motherfucker, we don't know if you gonna play a whole season off smoking weed or not, dog. So the contingency is based on this extra money you want guaranteed is that you finish a season more or less, and it wasn't injury free, it was suspension free.
Yeah.
And the world didn't realize that one simple fact. And along with the fact that motherfucker missed like 8 games in 2 seasons for the same bullshit.
Yeah.
So.
And that's fair. I get it.
So, yeah, I get it on one side. I would treat it that way too as a negotiator. I get it on his side. If he said, you know what, I can go get it guaranteed regardless over here. So in one aspect, you pretty much told your organization, fuck you. And they just got to let that go. All right. And that's what it was. They wanted him there. He initially wanted to be there. He made a rap video talking shit to them. And then he ultimately chose. Well, he was able to accept the opportunity somewhere else, whatever. But, like
I said, bottom line
goes on.
Yeah, it does. And I understand as an organization, like you say, he getting suspended, he getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. But there's a lot of times where these organizations do these dudes dirty. I ain't mad at it.
And they never did him dirty though. Pittsburgh never did him dirty.
Yeah. I'm talking in general. I ain't talking about
general.
Him.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in general. A lot of these teams do these players dirty.
Man,
so
fucking dirty.
I'm glad that the tide is turning and they taking the lick. I think that's what's gonna have to happen.
It's gonna raise that guaranteed money in a lot of places.
I think that the NFL players, and this is just my personal opinion, it's probably not gonna happen. I think that they need to strike. NBA players, they went on strike. MLB went on strike.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to take the lick.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to take the lick. I know it's a lot of dudes on the roster. I know that. But as long as
it's gonna happen.
As long as they know that you ain't gonna take the lick, they gonna have the leverage. They gonna have to take the lick if it's good.
What work. It is you gotta have the high paid players. They don't care. They can. I'm good. I got 25 million guaranteed. Fam, I'm on a 3-year, $2.5 million deal.
Then ain't nothing gonna change. Then ain't nothing gonna change. You gotta take the lick.
But okay. So are you doing it for everybody in the league, or are you taking the stance for certain positions in the league?
When I say go on strike, this is for everybody. This is going to benefit. Benefit the majority of players. Because the majority of the players aren't getting big money.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You gotta
out of a 53-man roster, probably 10 of y'all are getting real money.
So like this, whenever they go on strike or they get locked out and they got these CBA discussions, it's always there's going to be some give and take on. Hey, okay, we giving y'all this. What are y'all giving up? It's going to be the back and forth. So like before the last CBA, it was we want reduced practices. We want less physical time in training camp and this and that.
Yeah.
You kind of see it playing out with how some of the games look now, but whatever. But of course you're going to give up something on that end. To get this, you're going to give up. It ain't never going to be all in the player's favor. Never.
No, I'm not saying that the NFL is going to turn into the NBA. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying on important issues like that, I mean, of course, in any negotiations, it's give and take. All right, the NFL wants how many extra games?
They want,
2.
I think they want 18. But what if they get that 18, what they're going to do is they're going to flip 2 of the preseason games to 2.
That's it.
It's either going to be 2.
Quick question off of that. Why do you need preseason? Why do you need it?
I mean, there are reasons why you need it.
I think you do because you have to have a way to cut down your roster because you start off with so many players. Like, it ain't like you coming in.
College football doesn't have a preseason.
And you see how they look in the first week sometimes. Yo, Miami Hurricanes showed that shit. If it wasn't for the fact that Florida pretty much gave up the last drive that, 4th and 34, and I can call it pass interference, Florida pretty much gave them the entire field to come down and try to steal that game. Which means, so you need to be able to. You don't need 4 preseason games, but maybe 1 or 2 you definitely need. 1 just because the rosters turn over so much, so you got to see some continuity in how your team plays.
So we just leave them as off-season scrimmages and be done with it.
You can't do that though, because you don't really get a lot of work in off-season scrimmages.
You're just saying make the cutting more expedient is what you're saying. That's all it's going to be.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. You're gonna have to sit. You're gonna have to see more. But like I say, in practice, because you can't really hit in practice. You can't. So you can't simulate what game speed is in practice.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why you still need at least 2 preseason games. You don't need 4 definitely, but you need 2 because you have to be able to simulate that because you can't simulate that in practice because they're not gonna let me hit you.
Right.
And I can't. Something, it's all about repetition. Repetitions. So like now you see players, you don't really tackle in practice no more. You see it on the field. Players can't tackle.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, I'm trying to hit you with my shoulder. But some of that is I want to make it look like I made a big hit or something, or some of them just scared to tackle.
Yeah.
But you see it.
I think a lot of that is these rule changes and, trying not to get fined and, and all of that.
Yeah, but wrapping up ain't never really changed. Though.
Yeah. Pad level, wrap, scoop, and tackle, that's there. I mean, but some players can't wrap, can't do this. Blah, you need practice is still important. Like I said, I don't think you need 4 games because you just put your players in a lot of unnecessary situations to get injuries. But you still need it.
I think 4 games would be the max in order to make that all happen.
No. They already have 4 preseason games. So, no, they'll cut that down, but then they'll either get a longer regular season or you'll add 2 playoff teams. So you'll add an extra round of playoffs or something. It's some way, somehow.
It's got to happen.
Game.
Though.
So right now, you got 16 games and you got 4. So you got 20 games total. That 20 is going to stay the same. I think the way the 20 is arranged is what's going to change. So instead of 4 and 16 is going to be.
I'm not an NFL. I'm not an NFL player, but for guaranteed contracts, I think that's worth it.
I believe.
I don't think contracts will ever be fully guaranteed in the NFL.
They need to fight for it, bro.
It won't ever be because I think it's just the amount
you need it in football more than you need it in any other sport. Those guaranteed contracts.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get more guaranteed. That's why you say you get players with the guaranteed upfront money. You're gonna fight more for that than to say that this whole 6 years that I'm on contract, you paying for me for these whole 6 years. Nah, because in football you can drop off that fast. You can be good this year and you can suck next year. It is very much possible to be that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't think you ever going to see the years guaranteed. You're just going to see an increase in guaranteed money or upfront money.
I think that's more important anyway.
Yeah, get the upfront money because then hey, shit, if I start to suck and I get cut, hey, man, I made my 30.
Yep, exactly.
I made my 30. It ain't going to be like the NBA where, I've been out the league 4 years, but this team's still paying me.
But
I'm trading Phil contract. He ain't played in 3 years. I'm still trading his contract. Hey man, because I need to make the money work. So hey, Phil Newkirk's been traded again. When the last time
There's a lot of players like that you still on the team's books and you totally forgot about it.
Josh Smith with the Pistons. Still getting 5.5. He ain't played with the Pistons in like 5 years, fam.
Jeez.
That is crazy as hell. Shit, what else we got?
College football. Let's go back to it.
You ain't shit, dog.
Nah, man, you know this is my favorite time of the year, fam.
Ain't no doubt.
But the NFL, college football, baby, let's get it.
College football,
I've been sitting here watching this
live as hell.
150 years of college football thing on TV a whole show. This is my season, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun this weekend.
Like I say, I was at a wedding this weekend, and we sat there during the reception watching the Florida Miami game on a cell phone.
So shit, this weekend I might have to fall through the crib there.
Hey, bro, I got one of my supervisors at the J, man. He is from Michigan, and he is talking cash money. He is talking cash money about y'all.
Not I. Nope.
I wouldn't do that.
He is talking cash money.
He need to just go
I'm
ahead
confident.
and don't let them play. Just
He's
go
super
ahead.
confident. Overconfident.
Go ahead and let them boys just play ball.
He already in the bowl game hoisting the trophy up.
Nope.
That's where I'm telling you where
I know.
I mean, that's how you got to be though in college football. You
No.
And it ain't fake.
Every team got to be like that. Miami dudes was out there throwing up the U all weekend. They think they about to run the ACC. They think they gonna challenge Clemson. You got every dude in the SEC. Every team they think they except for like your Vanderbilts and your people like that.
Yeah.
Most of your major teams in every conference, your LSU's, they think they about to run it. Of course, Bama, they have the stature to saying we probably will be there. Clemson, but your Oregons, they think they about to make a run. Auburn think Auburn and Oregon play this weekend. Whoever wins that game, like it's hope. Oregon needs to win it to have that end of the year goal be there. Because if they lose that game, then they won't have any big name wins over the season because the Pac-12 is what it is. Auburn, they can lose, but they can make those wins up with wins over Texas A&M, Alabama, LSU. You'll get more more clout for those wins. But Texas, they think they got to run. Oklahoma, all these teams. That's how you come into college football. Say, man, we had this recruiting class. Boy, the young boy look good. Woo!
That don't mean shit.
I hang up and listen. That's what it is. That's the season.
Man.
Hey man, I'm telling you, man.
And that's the good thing with college football. There's always so much turnover, and you get these players, and hey, they're here for so many years, and then they move on.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get burnt out on them.
And young Steve D'Amico at the job, he is hoisting up the trophy right now.
I got some friends who are doing the same thing.
You know what I'm saying?
My homeboy right now, he in Michigan. I got Michigan State fans. They like, yo, we got the number one defense.
You better calm down,
man, because this motherfuckers got to play. That's how I always look at it. You don't know.
No, see, I'm good with coming out, getting your shit talk on.
Right.
Do that because that's the fun of college football, the camaraderie of it.
He got the trophy in his case, and he got what's y'all coach name?
Harbaugh.
He got Harbaugh in the Hall of Fame. He already there. He ahead.
Man, look,
but I love it though.
That's a lot of football to play.
Like I say, like they ain't it Heisman. So you got transfer like Jalen Hurts played at Alabama. Now he about to be starting at Oklahoma. You got the young boy from Georgia, Justin Fields. He going to Ohio State.
That's my Heisman Trophy winner right there. Jake Fromm.
Jake Fromm got a chance.
Jake Fromm. I finally watched QB1. Jake Fromm been doing this shit a long time.
Jake Fromm ran off 2 quarterbacks.
Jake Fromm,
he ran off. He came in as a freshman. Eason got hurt. Jake Fromm came in, took Georgia to the damn national title game.
Jake Fromm, a motherfucker.
Jake Fromm comes back as his second year.
I watched him last year. He good.
He comes back as a second year. He's the starter. Eason is already transferred to Washington. He had to sit out last year. Last year, Fromm is the starter. The number one player in the nation signs with Georgia, Justin Fields. Yep. Go ahead and keep. They gave him run because you're trying to make the number one player happy. You're trying to keep him happy.
Yeah.
Jay Fromm. Yep. Don't worry about this player. You good. You gonna be on the bench. What happened? Oh, I ain't starting this year. He's the starter again. I'm gone. Which is because he get to play this year. it's it ain't no loss. But that's the problem with college football now. Like college football, you will never have a good backup.
Yeah, that's just not.
You won't have a good backup because what'll happen is
kids don't want to wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be I didn't win the starting job. Like this year, so many teams where they had quarterback battles, whoever lost ended up transferring like immediately.
Yep. Shit, that's been happening the last few years.
Yeah,
now.
that's
definitely
that's the nature of the game. Now, like
you probably surprised Jalen Hurts stayed the year that he stayed.
No, I'm not, because
it was more to that story. Go ahead.
No, I'm not surprised, because at that point, why transfer? Because I'm about to graduate. Yeah. So once I graduate, I can go wherever the hell I want to go, and I ain't got to, and I don't have to sit out a year. Plus, I play for Alabama, so I'm probably gonna get a national championship run. Yep. And I know I'll still have another year to do this. I'm graduating. I'm good. And he won them the SEC championship last year because he came the same way Tua came in and won them the national championship the year before. Jalen Hurts came in last year and got them to the national championship game because he won them the SEC championship game.
Now, the thing about it was so significant is it was just a very delicate line he had to fucking walk. Ensure that what his best decision was.
And even Saban was still giving him run, but also Bama was blowing teams out. So Tua was gone in the third quarter. So Jalen Hurts come in, he played most of the third, then he ain't even playing in the fourth quarter.
He's like, fuck it, I'm still playing.
Yeah, So it's all about the situations. Like I understood why Kelly Bryant transferred last year, because had he stayed, then he has no more eligibility left. Mm-hmm. So he left, transferred, then he gets to play this year.
Right.
So I get, but most teams, like, so this year.
That was the luxury of all luxuries. And Ohio State been in that situation several times, too.
Yeah, Ohio State had quarterbacks, in the tuck. But even this year, Haskins left. You had Tate Martell scheduled to possibly be the starter. Justin Field transferred.
He shouldn't have left.
He was like,
Tate shouldn't have left.
I'm out. And then he went to Miami. He didn't win the job there.
And
now he about to be playing receiver.
They lined his ass up at receiver.
I mean,
which ain't bad.
Whatever way you get on the field at this point.
Right. But he could have done that at Ohio State.
He wouldn't have got on the field at receiver at Ohio State. Ohio State is stacked at receiver.
I think he would have played QB at Ohio State.
No, he wouldn't. Justin Fields came in and ran this shit.
Oh, never mind.
Ran it. But no,
never mind that.
Like I say, so this year, talk about Michigan. Shea Patterson, the starter, Dylan McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's son. He the backup. Michigan will run
another McCaffrey.
Will run both of them all season because you want to be able to keep McCaffrey happy so that he doesn't leave, because more than likely that is your projected starter for next year. Exactly. Now the problem is going to be the black dude Joe Milton, who's the third string quarterback, and they say he's supposed to be nice. Can they redshirt him? He got some time last year, so hopefully they can not play him this year, redshirt him, so that he still has so many years left. But I'm pretty sure at some point he's going to leave. But that's the name of the game in college football. You constantly recruit quarterbacks, but only one player can play. So you're going to always have people leaving.
Got to let them fight for it. Fight for it.
But this weekend it starts the official first weekend of college football. It's going to be greatness. Big game this weekend is Oregon, Auburn, Ohio. Actually, tomorrow starts college football.
I was about to say
tomorrow Thursday night games because Clemson and Georgia Tech open up.
Yep. They playing in Atlanta probably, right?
They're playing at Clemson.
Oh, nice. Man, that's
Alabama and Duke got the Atlanta game this year. Auburn and Oregon are here.
I know that. Okay, but I was just thinking about man, that's gonna be live as hell for the campus then. Opening weekend.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be off the damn chain.
I hope Ohio State lose every game.
I wish.
I mean,
they won't, but I wish. The Ohio State, watch they defensive end, number 2, Chase Young. This is a beast. Dude is humongous, dog.
Oh shit!
Like
kid that was down in Baylor that 1 year, a few years ago.
Yeah, but like good.
Damn.
Like.
This guy was big, but he wasn't necessarily like
he was more
a great
big
football player per se.
Nick Bosa good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Chase Young gonna be a beast. And it kills me to give Ohio State players credit. But I hate Ohio State, but I respect them.
They get guys like that.
Oh man, Ohio State stay with talent, dog. They behind Bama and Clemson. Bama, Clemson, Ohio State probably produces the best talent in college football.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt about that.
Throwing LSU defensively because they don't.
Oh yeah,
You
hell
know.
yeah, and shit. Man, let's get into some music before we go. And let's get out of here in 5 minutes.
Ooh-wee. It has been a loaded couple of weeks on the music front.
Yeah.
Let's start with the oldest release. We're not gonna get into last Friday. Let's get into the week before that.
Last Friday. Oh, you talking about last Friday.
Yeah. Let's go before that with the little brother.
That was Tuesday.
Yeah.
That dropped this past Tuesday.
Yeah.
That shit calmed my spirit. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man.
All was right in the
and
world.
I wasn't looking for it. I was looking for the album. I didn't know they were gonna drop that Tuesday. Probably because I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or what.
They didn't announce it until Monday. They announced it Monday, coming at midnight.
That's old school though.
That's
old school right there.
May the Lord watch. As far as I'm concerned, that album was perfectly done. I wouldn't change a thing on it. I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't change not one song, not one skit. They both getting off on it. I loved it.
I can't give my
it.
opinion because I'm gonna come off biased. So
Yeah, you can.
No, go ahead. I love it.
Yeah, you can.
I listened to that album
twice
in a day.
Oh shit!
I
listened to that shit twice that night. 11 o'clock hit. I was sitting there waiting. 11 o'clock hit. Boop. Let's go. Hit purchase because that's one of the ones that I actually spent the $9.99 on. And I was like, all right, Zoe, let's go take this walk. And me and Zoe went and walked our complex, his nightly walk, and we listened to it that whole walk. And then when I came back in the house, I put the headphones back on and I went to sleep and I listened to the whole album again. And then the next morning we got up and I was like, all right. So then it became, okay, let me find the song. I mean, Phil probably already know what song is my anthem.
Out of that.
Yeah.
Well, I like track 11.
Sitting alone. That's my anthem.
Track 11.
I live it
like
every
the
day.
Quintessential, like,
Wash.
mid to late 30s. Like, I don't give a shit what's going on in the streets.
He speaks my life 100% of how I think about.
Picture This is my favorite one. I think my favorite song on there. I love all of them.
Sitting alone because I'll be sitting there. Everything they were saying about doing, like Pooh talked about. Yeah, I'm sitting here getting lit with these new candles I just bought. Raise his hand. Tay talking about sitting in the club, rather be at home watching Flipper Flop.
Flipper Flop.
I don't really want to watch Flipper Flop, but
shit, I
do.
I be at the house watching some of the most random shit ever.
But
so,
a bar rescue fiend.
Yeah, you know me. I sit there. I be watching the cooking channel. I be watching
Food Network.
I be watching the
Triple D.
It's now the new my new shit is the barbecue pit masters.
Hey, I've been on it.
Yeah, I've been on it for years.
Yeah, been on it.
That's what I
him
be
and Myron mixing.
Yeah,
talking shit to them boys.
Right.
But the album is perfect. I love it. I think it's it's everything that if you're a Lil Brother fan, it's everything that you wanted in an album. When you first heard that they were getting back in the studio, you can tell that the chemistry is there. You can tell that
they wrote the album. They did the album together. It wasn't I do a verse, I'm gonna mail it to you.
Exactly.
You put it on and
it sounds like it.
No, they recorded the album, wrote the album together. But they've been working the album since October, they said so.
And you can tell the chemistry is there, everything is there. And even though Ninth wasn't a part of it, I mean, it didn't miss a beat.
Spiritually, it was.
Yeah, for sure.
Knife one drive.
I love the album. The album is great.
7 other niggas in front of me. I'm gonna 8.
Questlove was on that.
Question Love.
So let me get this right. So what was the name of?
He was like, I'm following Roy Lee 1. He was like, is that it? Nah, man, there was 7 other niggas that got to it before me. I'm Roy Lee 8. And you can tell that that's one of them authentic. We laughing because they break out laughing at the end of the damn skit. And it's like you just couldn't hold it in no longer.
Wait a minute. What did that lady say to him when it was the one skit where it was like the dude was cursing the son?
Oh yeah, that's from the
same
show.
dude they always have.
Yeah.
But then like the lady came in.
Called it like a gutter bucket. He like, what the hell you call it? Yeah, that was
the skits were perfect.
The Joe Scudder skit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was perfect. They had Peter Rosenberg on that joint.
That was
I
funny.
like that. I like that. I like
selling tickets to that boy funeral. That shit is funny.
that shit.
That was hilarious.
Well, Percy
Percy Miracles off.
Fucking Percy Miracles died.
Son of a bitch.
He said, I'm pretty sure
After
he
that,
slept with my wife.
I had to go listen to the Percy Miracles EP from years
Fucking
ago.
Percy Miracles.
man.
If y'all ain't heard Little Brother, man, go do your.
Like I say,
please.
May the Lord Watch is a great album. If you haven't listened to it, it's a great album. Grown man rap. Grown man. If you're a grown man, you will love that album. Friday, a lot of music drop. A lot of heavy hitters drop. Jeezy drop. Rhapsody drop.
Rhapsody go.
Jadena dropped the album. It's called 85 to Africa. The only reason I'm going to that first is because it was definitely a surprise.
His last album was hype.
But now this one went another direction. You know what I'm saying? It's more of the Afro beats. I've seen a couple of different interviews with Jiren. I've seen a couple of different
Afrobeats
interviews.
can go either way.
Hey,
it ain't something that I want to hear often.
bro.
Afro beats and a lot of Latin hip hop sounds practically the same.
Yeah, some of the, like,
It's
you know,
very similar.
I got to be in a vibe to want to hear it.
Oh,
Like
I
it's a
get
good
it,
album,
yeah.
but I don't want to hear. I just ain't gonna want to put on Afro beats and be like,
No. I understand, but I'm telling you, you haven't listened to the album. Give the album a chance.
no. I've listened to it. I'm just saying,
okay.
it's one of my albums that I'm not gonna go to a lot because I'm not gonna be in that zone of wanting to hear that.
Right.
But it's hard though.
It's kind of like listening to a Drake album. Like,
Yeah.
I never want to listen to a Drake album. Like, I can acknowledge that he makes a good album, but I'm never going to want to listen to it.
Totally fair. Totally fucking
Jadena, he got 85 to Africa. That's definitely a good album to go to. It was surprisingly very, very good to me.
Storytelling is on point.
All of
Content is key as hell.
There really wasn't that many skippable tracks on that album.
Nah, as long as
You know what I'm saying?
As long as you good with like Sim said, as long as you good with the mood and the mode of the you know how it was all like more or less like mixed and mastered and all that. You just got to flow within that, and you good.
Before we
Great
started
fucking
recording,
album,
Jeezy put out his last album, hopefully,
Oh yeah.
and it's TM 104, The Legend of Snow.
The last one on Def Jam.
The last one on Def Jam.
And
I am a big Jeezy fan. Since the very beginning, I'm a big Jeezy fan. Jeezy, in my opinion, this album was just all right. Just like his last couple of albums have either been ass or just all right. I think that Jeezy is getting money in so many different places that the music is suffering. There's definitely been a drop off. It's very obvious that there's been a drop off. And if this is his last album, I'm not mad at it. He's put up enough classics. He put in enough work to where he can go ahead and ride off into the sunset. And to me, if you don't care no more, and it's obvious that you kind of don't care about this as much as you used to, yeah, go on, chunk the deuce. I'm not mad at that at all. Go on, chunk the deuce. Because this album was all right. It had 18 songs. That's way too many. I think if you had cut down on some of the marginals, that you would have had a pretty good album. That's what I think about it. Because there's some jams on it. There's some jams on it. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing you saying.
But I think that the album was just all right, and it's about what I expected.
Yeah.
It's about what I expected. You didn't really like that joint from what I was listening to, did you, Sim? You didn't really like that joint, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's mid.
No.
Yeah, it's very mid.
It's mid. You know, okay.
It's literally just all right.
Okay, yeah. You know,
And that's
it's
fine.
a Jeezy album. I mean, it ain't classic Jeezy album, but it's recent Jeezy. Like, once again, he may have 2 or 3 joints. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll listen to that again. And
I don't have a need to go back to this album ever again. You know what I'm saying?
I said the same thing about Ross album.
I'm probably, well, we didn't talk about that either because we wasn't here.
Yeah, but
I
I actually like Ross album.
Ross album is it's better than this one.
Yeah,
but,
it's better than that. But it's one of those I won't go back to it.
I was about to say something real negative. I'm not gonna do it because I'm just for the sake of being funny, and I'm not gonna do it.
Jeezy,
I'm not gonna do it this time.
Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Jeezy. Huge fan. The last time it seemed like he cared about music was 2014 with Seen It All. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this one was just all right. If this is his last album, that's fine. His legacy ain't really tarnished to me because disappointment comes from expectation. My expectations weren't high. They weren't high at all. Missy put out a nice little EP. It sounds just like Missy should sound in 2019. She ain't fell off not one bit.
Absolutely.
It sounds just like she's supposed to.
Missy
she don't sound like she chasing.
Missy letting you know that I still been on this vibe for years.
For sure.
Missy, I would say, has birthed a lot of these newer artists right now. Like
Missy,
she's their godmother right now. You know what I'm saying?
Missy is a complete original. Yep. She is a complete original.
She's got these girls out here that, to me, and this is just my opinion of it, that's who they saw when they were coming up.
Yeah.
That's who they saw on the awards and the videos and all that when they were kids. So if they had, like, as you know, we saw the Latifahs and the MC Lights and all that. So that next phase of it for real, where it wasn't necessarily like, quote unquote, like sexual rap, like you know, some other, like the Kims and all that. Fox,
right.
Yeah,
Charlie Baltimore,
one of the most creative individuals,
straight creative and like
ever to be in hip hop.
Just get your ass in this booth or get your ass in this, in front of this mixing board and go.
And another thing that more of the casual fans may not know, her producing and beat making ability is very underrated. Is very underrated.
Yeah,
you may have thought
she 5'2", right?
You may have thought that some of those beats that you've heard,
rap.
You may have thought that some of those beats that you heard was Timbaland. It was not. It was Missy Elliott. You know what I'm saying? Her producer beat making ability is very, very underrated. Now for the lady of the hour.
She in my top 10.
Hey, Rhapsody.
She shot up the ranks. For me,
hey, bro.
Man, listen.
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. Rhapsody is
she'll wrap these fools under tables.
Hey, bro, like this new Eve album, it's she top 5 rapper, like, period, in the game right now to me. She top 5.
She in my top 10 forever.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
she on that
Rhapsody,
part, but
Rhapsody is killing. She is totally killing, and this is the second one. This is the second banger in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's separating herself. Like, I'm not even looking at her as a female MC. I'm just looking at her as an MC. Like, she's rapping a lot of these dudes under the table, and the content and the concept of this album is so dope. Naming all the songs after famous black women.
Powerful, yeah.
And making the song content fit that particular person. That's dope. That is super dope. That's super creative, and she rapping her ass off on it. She rapping her ass off on it. She top, like, in rapping now. She's definitely in the top 5 of that. She's definitely
she's that
up there.
rapper that you step in the studio with, and y'all get to writing, and she go for hers. You're like, fuck, I ain't heard shit all over again.
Between these last 2 albums, you didn't heard her rap with Kendrick and Cole, and she didn't held her own on both of them. You ain't heard nobody yet rap her under the table.
Nah, it's not gonna happen.
Ain't heard nobody yet.
It's not gonna happen.
Rhapsody is doing her thing.
She a part of this whole, Carolina surge.
Hey, man.
She a part of and the dope part where Little Brother dropped some days beforehand, so the Little Brother heads could go ahead and get into that. But she went on ahead and dropped.
But a lot of Little Brother heads are going to be Rhapsody heads.
Anyway.
Because it's the same. It's that same vibe of music.
And we was able to enjoy them separately. That's the beautiful.
Yeah, you didn't have to
like.
You didn't feel like you had to put them up against each other
at all.
No,
they from. I
didn't even compare them. I wasn't thinking about that.
Not at
all.
all.
But you didn't have to compare them.
But you know what happens is that, like, when everything drops on a Friday, you trying to consume so much music that shit gets lost.
Shit can get lost.
And those 2 albums.
I listened to her last. I did that on purpose.
Those 2 albums say they came out the same day. Is the impact that both of those albums have would be a lot different.
Yeah.
Like Little Brother did right dropping by themselves on that out of the blue on that Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because they had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to themselves.
Yeah.
To get the public, and plus they're coming. Theirs is a comeback album, so you got people that are like, "Yo, okay, damn, you knew they were coming back, but nobody had expectations of what it was." And now it's like, shh, they tour hitting, all that kind of stuff now. So then now you don't have to go against dropping the same day as a Jeezy, because the Jeezy fans and the Jeezy heads ain't necessarily gonna be the little brother heads.
Right.
And then the little brother heads and the Rhapsody heads, they're probably around the same little and in the same ilk. But now you don't have to feel like you splitting,
gotta do nothing.
like
Right.
you know,
At all.
like you're trying to divide your time or who I want to give more effort to. So I'm glad it kind of dropped the way it did.
Since I'm ahead, I'm gonna listen to all of them regardless.
Yeah,
I-
but
if they-
you in the
but-
minority.
Yeah. Since I'm ahead, I'm gonna listen to all of them regardless. I mean, but again, that Rhapsody is super dope. She rapping her ass off on it. She's going on tour in the next month or so. She's gonna have a lot of tour dates with Crit. Crit's gonna be here on I think it's September 27th. And who else is on that tour is Damani Jones, which is T.I.'s son. He is on that
I'm
entire.
guessing that we're going to this shit.
Hey, it's at the Toyota Center. But here's the thing: Rhapsody is not gonna be at that show
not at that one?
here. She's only doing select tour dates
Crit.
with Crit. I wish it was a big Crit Rhapsody show because I'm in the building.
There's no telling because she could work this album through next year.
Oh yeah.
So there's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
telling. There's no telling when she may even show up, and she may show up dolo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's
Nah,
really
she ain't. But if she show up dolo, she's gonna be. See, I don't.
she can get a feel for how it might. You know how it is.
How
Let's
people
see what
receiving the
I'm
album.
trying to think
Exactly.
the venue that she can do dolo
some
here.
shit off Lamar. She can hit some shit off Deep Ellum
She can
too.
do Canton Hall. Dolo.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Canton Hall would be fucking perfect for her.
She can do Bomb Factory. She can do Bomb. You don't think she could do? I think she could do Bomb Factory.
I think it's a hair off of Bond Factory, but that's
Bond Factory is
that's
a
why
lot,
Canton
'cause Bond
Hall is
Factory is
perfect.
big.
That's why Canton Hall is perfect. That's exactly why.
Like Canton
Or
Hall.
trees, fucking trees.
No, she bigger than trees.
Yeah, she bigger than
she
Trees.
bigger than trees. Canton Hall holds more than
Big
trees.
Crit did Trees on his mixtape.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Canton Hall it is.
Yeah.
Where's the Crit show at?
Toyota.
Okay, yeah.
I
She
thi-
could
I-
do Toyota possibly.
I think she could do Bomb Factory.
Bond Factory is big, fam.
I've been there. I've been in there.
I'm just saying.
I wasted time going to a Bryson Tiller concert.
Yeah, you did.
I wasted time going. I've been there.
You should be mad at
So
yourself.
did do that shit. I remember you told us.
Yeah, no, my wife wanted to go.
Oh, then,
But
then there it is.
but it
That's
wasn't
her
a
fault.
complete waste of time
damn, TJ.
because her was opening up for him and she blew him out of the water.
then you got your
Her
money's worth.
killed. She
I believe
killed.
I'm not.
Hey,
fucking
she
surprised at
is
that.
a very dope performer. I didn't know that she plays like 4 or 5 different instruments. She broke out that guitar and
I
killed.
heard her interview. And
She
then
came last. She came.
She a
earlier
real
this year.
like musician.
Her
musician,
show.
yeah.
Her show sold out fast. I was pissed.
Hey,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna never see her for cheap no more. Not after,
You
especially
baby.
not after that Grammy. No, you
that's
definitely.
a rap.
Yeah, it's a rap.
That's a Bond Factory show.
Yeah, but I think
Shit,
raps. I think
her probably about to be a Toyota Music Factory or that Dos Equis joint.
yeah.
It's about to be one of them.
I think Rhapsody could, especially at this point. I think Rhapsody could do Bomb Factory.
I ain't
think she
disputing
can do
it,
it.
but we all on the same. It's on the same fucking block, one way or
Yeah.
another.
I mean, technically they're the same building. One is just on the
that's
front
true. Just
side. The Bond
separate.
Factory's on the back
Yeah.
It's
side.
just a wall.
Yeah.
It's a fucking wall.
But lots of good music out. The Rick Ross is a decent project.
Solid ass Ross.
Yeah, it's a solid project.
Solid ass.
But like I say, Big Crit,
makes me want
Little Brother, Jadena, Rhapsody. On the R&B side, Raphael Sadiq just put out another one. It's a concept R&B album. It's called it's something with Jimmy Lee. It's
Jimmy Lee.
He's talking about his brother who was a drug addict who's dead now. It's I haven't finished it yet, but you know Raphael Sadiq, he's very creative. Like some of the songs are sad. It just doesn't sound like it's sad because it's still Sadiq.
Oh right.
You know what I'm saying? How does Charlamagne put it? He putting the medicine and the candy on that one. You know what I'm saying? So putting the medicine in the candy.
Sneaking it to you. I get it.
Exactly. But it's a lot of dope music out, so go and check those projects
It's a
out.
dope parenting tactic, actually.
Yeah.
But
Spider.
we about to get out of here,
Hit it.
everybody.
Appreciate
25.
everybody on Facebook Live. Go get
Yeah.
Scalpers on every one of those.
Definitely on YouTube. Shit,
Yeah.
For show. Get them views up. But yeah,
Peace out.
we about to be really cracking, man. And the weekends are going to be our mainstay coming soon due to some work-related priorities. But We gonna keep it pumping. It's gonna be a busy fucking fall, for real. So thanks for everybody rolling with us through the summer. Football season is officially here, and this shit's actually gonna get even way more fun. So
Closing
go
songs,
Steelers.
Closing songs. Grand Poobah, a little of this, a little of that.
one of my favorite hip hop songs of all time. I might have to
You on
add.
your Grand Poobah shit today, hard.
Man,
Off the 2000 album.
Pooh-Bah is like the original smooth rapper to me. For me,
One of 'em.
I like Pooh-Bah more on the smooth tip more than Kane, because it was like jazz. This
Shut
shit
your
like
damn
jazz. I'm dead ass.
Scalpers.
You gonna slap me in front of all these people? Let me turn this shit off.